Hey you guys, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name's Mandy, and today we are going over some ways that you can use your catch-all planner to stay organized and productive throughout the week. So I'm going to give you a few different tips. Now, whether you are building your own catch-all planner, using one of mine, for example, one like these, the most recent ones that I've put out there, or just finding a planner layout, most likely a weekly planner layout, and using it to the best of your abilities, this video will hopefully be for you. So I'm going to kind of use mine here as I kind of give you a couple of my tips here to show you as an example of what I'm talking about. So the first thing I would say to do is have a section for your regular weekly tasks. These may change a little, but mostly stay the same. So that's why I have this section over here. These are the things that I really need to get done throughout the whole week. I don't necessarily have them planned on a certain day. Sometimes I do. A lot of times these end up being on the weekends, maybe part of your prep for the next week or kind of review for the week that you just got out of. So having a section for the things that you need to do once a week during the week that you're in, maybe at the beginning or end, or maybe you can spread them out throughout the week. The second thing that I want to say is to create an area for what's happening each day. This does not need to take up a bunch of space, but it definitely serves as a reminder of the things that you have going on. So down here in the creation of this planner, I made sure that I had made a small area of the days of the week and then what I'm planning on doing on those days of the week. So that way, as I'm going through planning my week out, as well as just my day, I know what's going on and I can sit there and say, well, on Tuesday we have piano at 11. I can't really do something during that time as my Mondays would give me, for example. I need to know what's happening during that time of day because every day isn't going to always be the same. And if it is, maybe you don't have anything here, some things kind of tend to come up. Or if there's nothing, maybe you can start planning on some intentional time in the areas that you want to be intentional in. So the third thing I want to say is to have sections for your top categories and what you need to do for them. So for example, home is a big category of mine. Homeschool is a big category of mine, but that is a planner I have elsewhere of this just because homeschool encompasses so much. I do have to do things for YouTube and for Etsy. So that is why I have taken these three category sections and done that for my categories. So I have home and laundry here, I have YouTube here, and I have Etsy here. The way I've particularly set this up is that I can schedule things specifically each day of the week and then check them off as I do them that day. Sometimes I don't do that and I just list out some things that I get done. Kind of depends on how you want to get your stuff done. So you can either follow a one task per category a day, like I have done here, or a category a day with those tasks only that you do that day. So for example, if I had Monday designated to my home and I couldn't really work on my home besides just regular surface stuff throughout the week, Monday would be all of these tasks if I needed that many. If you're doing it one item a day, so Monday I'm planning on cleaning out a cupboard under my kitchen bar area, and I put laundry here as well. I'm going to be doing my son and my daughter's laundry that day. So I have that one thing I need to get done that is for my home, and then I have other things I need to be doing. For example, on Etsy on Monday I have to film, and then on YouTube, and then Etsy I have an order to fulfill. So I have 3 things to do, pretty big things, but each one of them are for 3 different categories, or you can just focus that whole day on one category. The fourth thing that I wanted to talk about is to have a small section for each day of the week. This may not be completely necessary, but I really like the fact that I have 5 here. I don't make one for the weekends because I kind of do things differently on the weekends, but during the week or during your work period, or your kind of like day to day, whatever chunk of days of your week tend to be pretty similar in schedule. With, obviously things come up, but I would say to make sections for those days. They don't have to be huge, but if you do have a lot going on, you can make them a lot bigger, obviously. I like to compare this kind of to the dashboard layout of Happy Planner. I don't know if I have one in here right now, but this whole side basically would be a section for each day of the week. Now, I particularly use a dashboard layout in my homeschool planner because I have certain things I need to get done during homeschool, and it serves as my to-do list. But then essentially the whole page is my to-do list, and I'd like to have other things on there. So for example, I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday here. I love the fact that I can put anything I need to put extra on Monday because, as I mentioned, I'm already doing these things on Monday for my categories. My goal, top 3 things each day of the week that I need to get to. And then if anything extra comes up here, I also like having these little sections here for other to-dos. I plan by category for to-dos as well. These are if I have time, but they are not imperative. But these would be kind of like my top 3. This, by the way, is the workout that I need to do that day, so I know that I need to make sure I get my workout in. But other than that, I can either write what I'm eating that day, I can write the top 3 to-dos, whatever comes up, and if I don't use it, I can always put what I'm grateful for, because adding that to your planner is always going to benefit you and your headspace. Okay, so next we are on number 6. So I would suggest the 6th thing to have on your planner is to have an area for routines and goals. What do you want to accomplish every day here? So for example, I used a morning routine here, but I also have this section for my goals. These are the things that I need to make sure that I get done in my day to reach the goals that I have. So if a goal of mine is to read my Bible every day, I have that right here. If a goal of mine is to work on my work stuff, I have that here. The goal of mine is to, in my long-term goal, is to lose some weight and get fit to where, my body is comfortable, and food tracking is part of that, as well as working out, walking or running. And then I also wanted to make sure that my home care. So some of these are part of this. I just like to track this way, but you obviously wouldn't have to. Maybe these routines are not even part of that. You're just checking in on a morning and evening routine. Whatever you need to do that helps you to get through. Like, for example, if something takes many steps, you can write it here. So my morning time, I have quite a few things to do, and they were really taking me a long time. So what I did was I wrote them here in step format, and then I ended up getting through these within like 5 to 10 minutes, because now my brain knows to do those things, and then I check them off, and I've gotten them done. So you can change it up. I change it up every now and then as well, sometimes weekly, depending on my routines and how I am changing up my day and the way that it goes to be more productive, and my planner needs to function with that. Okay, number 7 is to block your days with your routines if you want, as I mentioned, and some days are going to be totally different. And that's to be expected. But if you looked at your day, and I'm looking at this section that I made here for myself, if you look at your day in block routines, maybe 2-hour increments, or some people do 3 sections. So the morning, the midday, and the evening. I really found that blocking my day up in quite a few different sections helps me to make sure that I'm fitting in my goals and my routines into those blocks, and I'm not over planning for myself. So from 5 to 8 in the morning, I have these 3 things to do. Yes, I'm probably doing way more little items, like for example, my morning routine. Actually, I put that under 8 to 9 because this is pretty much morning prep for prepping for school. But as you can see, I try to block it in to see if what I'm asking of myself is really attainable. Am I expecting too much of myself, or can I actually do those things? And then when those times come up throughout the day, as I use this more consistently, I'm realizing, hey, I can actually do these things. If I let the whole morning go and I haven't done any of these things, then I'm still wanting to do all of those things, but now I only have this much time to do them. So I would just kind of suggest trying to block out your routines and the things you want to get done in your day and see if that helps. Right now, I'm not using this part as like a routine, but I absolutely love that I have the option to do this. I just happen to have a lot of those things here. But this is definitely a guide for me as I go throughout the day. I can realize, okay, like, yes, I need to get laundry done. Just today I realized, oops, I did not think about laundry, so I need to do that, and I did it. And blocking my day has really helped me, so I don't have to take all these things and move them around. I can just know that that section of time is assigned to those things to help me be productive and to meet my goals. All right, and the last tip that I have for you is to always have some kind of to-do list, whether it's long or small, categorized or not. I really like having this category one, but honestly, sometimes I think I need one without categories, but I really like doing this. I also keep a monthly to-do list, or monthly, where is it? I keep a monthly, I think I still need to transfer it over, but I keep a monthly list for myself, like on here or something, and that is my ongoing to-do list. So like I said before, these may not be imperative to be doing right now, but I definitely want to be getting to these. So when I have my rest and planner time at 3 o'clock, I can get to these items, or if I haven't gotten to these items, I can do that. But typically I have set up myself to have from 3 to 4 rest and planner time, and that's when I try to get to these items here or my daily items here. Now, I do a whole nother process after I get all this out on paper. I do check in on this a couple times throughout the day, if at least once. But I also have a process to transferring the things that I need to do here onto a daily, so that way I'm not distracted by all the other things when I do check in on this. So if you are interested in watching how I transfer to a daily and the top things that I think that you should include in your daily planner, watch the next video that I have coming up. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell, because that will let you know when I put that video up, which should be very soon and next, because my plan is to do that one right after this one. Otherwise, I hope this was very helpful for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and that it was it's just going to help you with being a more functional planner, and being productive and intentional, really. So have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye, guys.